Here are the top 10 worst wrestlers in WWE right now. This is for the male roster only. Number 10, Kane. Kane has had a couple of good matches over the years, but 99% of the time, he sucks. Number 9, The Big Show. He also has had a couple of good matches here and there. Occasionally, Daniel Bryan, Triple H, whoever. But for the most part, he sucks. Number 8, Adam Rose. He really hasn't had a lot of time to shine. He hasn't had a lot of long matches in WWE. For what I've seen, he isn't very good. Number 7, The Miz. So unbelievably overrated. His promo skills really aren't even that good, and his wrestling pretty much sucks. He's wrestled a lot of good wrestlers, but I've never really seen a great match with him. Number 6, Titus O'Neil. He is horrible. I saw him in NXT, and he sucked every single second. Now, of course, that was the old NXT, not the current developmental version, but that was several years ago, but he still is not good in the ring. Those Stardust matches were terrible. Number 5, Heath Slater. Heath Slater has had 1 or 2 good matches. One time in the old NXT, the one on the Sci-Fi Channel, he wrestled a good match against Chris Jericho, and he actually beat him in that match. It may have been one of his only wins he's ever had in a singles match. But for the most part, he sucks. Also, his promos suck as well. Number 4, Ryback. Ryback has had a handful of good matches. Maybe you can count on one hand. I can't say any great matches, but if he can't have good matches with CM Punk or all these other guys, the only time he can really have a good match is when he has smoke and mirrors, like ambulance matches and God knows what else. He sucks 99% of the time. Number 3, Mark Henry. Mark Henry has his detractors, and he also has people who like him. Now, in my opinion, I've never liked Mark Henry as a wrestler. His personality, his charisma, he has some, but as in the ring, he's always been boring to me. He's always sucked, and I think most people do agree, but there is a small contingent of people who do think Mark Henry is very good in the ring. He doesn't mind getting thrown around the ring. He doesn't mind taking F5s and, choke slams and tombstone pile drivers. But for the most part, that's nice and all. But when it comes to, his actual wrestling ability, he's terrible. Number 2, Bo Dallas. What can be said? He's horrible in the ring. He's shown nothing to me, at least on the main roster. I've only seen a couple of matches. I only started watching NXT December 2014. I started watching NXT, so I did not see the majority of his run in NXT. I did see his match against I think it was Neville, I believe, ladder match. That was okay, but it was actually kind of disappointing from what I remember. Bo Dallas does suck in the ring. His look is horrible. His promos, at times, they'd be kind of funny. Early on, when he first started out on the main roster, they were kind of funny. But, no, he sucks. He has time to get better. He's only 25 years old, but he's going to have to change a lot. And the number 1 worst male wrestler in the WWE today, Braun Strowman. This goes without saying. Braun Strowman sucks. He's stiff in the ring. He can barely move. He can barely take a bump. He's terrible. He's maybe improved a tiny little bit since he started, but not very much. Who really wants to see Braun Strowman wrestle? I don't. I don't want to see him wrestle. I don't want to see him wrestle. I don't want to see him wrestle The Undertaker. His promo skills aren't that bad. He has a scary sounding voice. To be honest with you, sometimes it's more interesting than Bray Wyatt's promos. Plus, he keeps them very short. Bray Wyatt will go on and on and on and on forever.